New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, so before we get into the article, I'm going to just go to the IG of the cardboard box and list to you guys what they stated. As many of you likely know, a TikTok video regarding a woman's experience at the cardboard box has gone viral. To sum the video up, the security guard at our establishment believed that a black woman's valid ID was fake and called the police to have them check it. The woman was then treated with disrespect, though she had done absolutely nothing wrong. When our security continued to insist that the ID was fake, to begin, we unequivocally and without reservation apologized to the young women who were treated poorly at our establishment. A personal apology has been given, but we realize that a public apology is also called for. We also apologize for failing to be sure that all of our staff is educated about what is appropriate, especially in incidents involving black people, who are so often unjustly targeted both by law enforcement and those seeking to weaponize law enforcement against marginalized people. We apologize for letting down our community, who trust us to be actively anti-racist in all areas, including those that represent us. In this moment, we failed them in that trust. We love that our town people has a historically prominent black community, the history that goes way back to Oak Bluffs. We have always been proud and honored to hold events in our restaurant and to contribute to this community. It's been important to us that our establishment is a safe space, and we are disappointed and sorry that these actions did not align with our beliefs as owners and do not reflect how we hope to run our businesses. This is not about our intent. It is about the actual experience of people who are telling us that we let them down and that we need to do better. We understand that this is not for us to decide if our actions were racist. It is for us to listen and learn, and we are listening. Alongside the Chief of Security, we are working on implicit bias and racial sensitivity training with all staff to retrain and provide more education. And finally, we promise to do better in the future. We will keep listening, keep learning, and keep getting better. A restaurant at Martha's Vineyard has gone viral after a bouncer seemingly racially profiled a black woman. In a TikTok video, a bouncer at the cardboard box in Martha's Vineyard accuses a black woman of trying to use a fake ID to enter the restaurant on August 10th. She insisted that it was real, but instead of verifying the ID card on his own, he called police. Even after police verified the ID was real, the bouncer continued to insist it wasn't real. The restaurant owner, Ben DeForest, issued a lengthy apology via a social media after the incident went viral. Michael Blake, owner of the offshore Kinetics MV, the security company that provided the bouncer, also issued an apology. The young man who scrutinized this young lady's ID, I guess, identifies some anomalies as per our standard operation procedures. He got the assistance of the Oak Bluffs Police Department. If the young lady felt like she was profiled, if the speech indicated something that alluded to that, we obviously apologize for that. We definitely do not want anyone to feel that way. He also added that calling the police for ID verification is a common practice on the island, but understands that visitors may not be too supportive of this considering race relations with the police. The woman who posted the video on TikTok received an apology that she passed on to her friend. Quote, "I passed it on to my friend and she said that she would like to move on from this whole experience. With that being said, this whole experience was an unfortunate lesson for everyone involved." That current TikTok video has been taken down. You know, there's only so much that you can really, technically say, after a while, right? After you do story after story after story after story, and the same exact thing keeps happening, right? Us as black people, we film what takes place at a lot of these establishments. Then it goes through social media, and then a little bit of time. And then the people who caused the incident to take place, the business, in order to save face, they're like, hey, XYZ, we're going to, do our best. We really listen to the community. We really love black people, aka we really love your money. And, we're going to do whatever we can in order to, make sure this doesn't happen again. We're going to deal with, specific training to, sensitivity training, and, make sure that this doesn't happen again. And, other people are going to apologize as well. Yet again, this is just a method of saving face so that they can say that, hey, we gave an apology. So therefore, if you want to sue, there really is no reason to sue because we acknowledge the wrongdoing that took place, either if it was by us or by somebody else that was working through us. And we identify the problem, we're going to fix the problem, and we're going to be the best that we can be in the community to make sure to stand up and stand great for black people, right? And then on top of that, the women involved decided that they wanted to, take the video down. Realistically, I felt like they should have just left it up there as a consistent reminder of what happened and what continuously seems to happen any and every single time that black people decide that, hey, we want to go spend our black dollar somewhere. So let's go somewhere nice. Let's go somewhere that we have, never been before. Let's have a brand new experience. And the moment in time that we decide to go somewhere nice and go somewhere new and to, spend our black dollars and to see the sights, this is what happens. The police always ends up being called. And then, the most interesting thing is, right, the bouncer who automatically felt that the black women were lying, after he checked the ID, right, he was like, oh, there's some anomalies here and all this other stuff, right? He called for backup. He called the boys. He called the police because he realistically didn't want them there, right? For me, I feel like it was a deterrent. It was something that he was trying to do in order not to, have them there specifically, right? But then once the police checked it, I was like, this is a real ID. Everything checks out okay, whatever it is. He still insisted that the ID was fake. He still insisted that things were wrong. So even after the people that he called for backup stated that, no, you're in the wrong, their ID is good, he still was obsessed and just did not want them there. Like I said before, this had to do with race. Nobody's going to tell me anything different. Like I said before, you're a security guard at the end of the day. The cops told you what it is, and they sided with for the first time ever, right? The cops sided with the black women. No harm was done. Nobody, was hurt or anything like that. You actually had a cop that did their job, and the security guard just couldn't take it. So, like I said before, and then you have the security guards company speaking out, talking about, well, if there was anything specific in the language and all this other, no, it don't have to be anything specific. Literally, your security guard did not want to agree with the cops after they told him what it was and basically stated that everything with these women checks out okay. like I said before, if you really pay attention to a lot of these businesses, they do not mean what they say in these apologies. It's just very good PR. It's standard PR. That's all it is at the end of the day. But like I said before, this is why us as black people in the black community, we need our own. Because if we had our own Bruce's Vineyard, right, or Sheila's Vineyard, like if we had our own, we wouldn't have to deal with this. We wouldn't have to go through these things. We can have all the nice things in the world, and we wouldn't have to worry about our own people calling the police on us, or the security at their establishment like, oh, we don't really want you here, let me do this, we wouldn't have to worry about that. Because if that were to have happened at that establishment, and then we were to go to the black owners, they'd be like, oh, you did this, all right, you're fired, you're out of here, we're no longer needing or using your services, right? And then they would just tell you, I apologize, please come in, we'll have some accommodations for you. That's how it will go. Because we understand as black people how it is to be treated in other people's restaurants and establishments and so on and so on and so on. So we ourselves would not allow, and we're not going to tolerate that type of nonsense, even if it's by a security firm, an outside security firm that, we hire and stuff like that. So, like I said before, black people start standing up, start supporting each other, start supporting black businesses, start building up businesses, start investing in black businesses, start buying up the block. Like I said before, the more and more that we start doing this and we start getting this through our minds, the better it's going to be for us in the future. Not only for us and our kids, but our grandkids and the community as well. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.